Hey, Tim's Workshop here. Hey, we got problems with the Chevy truck 2001 Silverado electric windows again, and this time I think the last video I showed you the I put some WD-40 in the electric motor, and I did that again, and it was not really that froze up this time. But what I did notice is what the motor goes to is pretty screwed up. So let me show you. See that post? See how corroded that is? And this was really tight. It wasn't. This whole thing's, you know, pretty tight on there, the gear and everything. So we're gonna clean this apart, take it and clean it really good, and make it so it turns real easy. And I think that's the issue with the window going up and down. Well, actually not going up and down right now. See this old grease in here? It's all yeah, kind of icky. So we're gonna clean it really good, and if it works on this passenger side, we'll do the driver's window too. It's not going up and down, so I think it's the same issue. Moisture, yep, gets in there. All right, there we go. All right, so I got this stuff cleaned up, got the gear all cleaned. Next, clean this rust off of here. Alright, so got this all sanded down. It looks rough, but it's actually pretty smooth now. And then I sprayed some more WD-40 in here, twisting it around back and forth. Seems like it's pretty smooth now. Alright. So next, we'll put all this stuff back together. Like these go in like this. Okay, and this goes down. Look how smooth that is. Beautiful. So I'm going to use some mercury grease, 2,4-C, just a little bit on there. Don't want to overdo it. Okay. And a little bit on this shaft. Okay. Okay, let's see. This is gonna go on this side, just like that. So when you push this up, pull this gear out, push this up, just like that, then put this gear in. That. Okay, now seems like I'm missing something here. Put this back together. Little grease on the O-ring. Okay. Grease on the washer. It's usually a flat side to a washer and kind of a rounded edge to a washer. So put that on the top. Alright, that's already greased up. Put this in. See how this has the little three risers there? They'll go in between these. So put a little grease on them. Little surface there. There we go. Alright, so that'll go just like that. Okay. Push this down. Okay, then the split ring. I think a little socket will work on that. And something to tap on it with. And something a little bigger than this. A little smaller than that. Let's Try this one. 3/8. Yeah, it'd be smaller than 3/8. Let's see. $11.32. Yep. Well, it's on there. Okay. Then, now the cover can go on. So, let's put some more grease on here. On the gear. This is the gear for the drum with the cables on it. Alright, now this can go on. That keeps the water out of there. Very important. Okay, well, let's tighten the motor. Screws in for the motor. These screws are star screws, by the way. No washers on these. Snug them down. Alright, next we're going to hook up the power to it. Make sure this goes forward and reverse. Alrighty, so got the power hooked up. Let's see. Hopefully it's close enough that you can see it. Looks like it's working now. Alright. So I got the old regulator out. Even though I cleaned it, put it back in, it quit working after one day. So what I did is I looked up a new regulator, electric window motor. Okay, I looked it up, and my local Napa had a right hand. They're different between the driver's door and the passenger door. You have to order. You have to get the right one for the right side of the vehicle. So this is a right-hand passenger new motor, okay? Or they're actually remanufactured. So they're gone through, they replace any electronics in it, and they make sure it passes all the tests that they put it through. Alright, that's probably what these marks are for. Possibly. Inspect drain holes. I wonder what that is. It says important. Inspect the drain holes at the bottom of the door, and for the moisture to get out through the bottom of the door, so it doesn't build up in there. That's kind of good. Yeah, it says REMFO, remanufactured, inspected. So it was inspected, and there we go. So what we're going to do is brush some lubricant on this and just the gears here. And then the other piece of it I have in the door already. I don't know if you can see it here, but the backing plate and the gears are in it. Gear comes down this slot right here, and then there's another slot on the top for the so one gear comes down this way and the other one goes up to the window. Yep. So these cables, as you can see here, cable comes down, it goes through a pulley down there, comes up through here, goes up into another pulley on the other side, and then comes down and then back up this through this cable onto this side. So there's two cables, one on part of the pulley and then the other one coming into the pulley as well. So when this thing rotates, it rolls the window up and rolls it down. Alright, so, and it suggests that these rollers be lubricated. So we'll shoot some spray up in there once we're done putting the motor in here. Alright, okay, I got the motor on. Got a light hooked up here. Let's see if I can get inside with the camera and kind of show you where these bolts are. There's one bolt. Like I said, there's just one bolt right about here on the back side that holds that cover on. That's important. There's 4 bolts, okay? There's 1, 2, 3, but there's that important 4th one that holds that cover on in place. Okay. Alright, so let's get the camera up in there. Let's see what we can see. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not, but that's that fourth bolt right there. Okay, that's important. Make sure you get that one on. Here, I'm just doing this blind here, but let's get in on this side. So there's one bolt there, top bolt, and then there's one down below here, the bottom bolt. So there's those two bolts. Okay, there we go. Back side of the cover holds that drum. Okay. And this bolt is the adjustment bolt that so you could take this back and I'll get the cable out of the way there. So you could take this back and forth to get those two bolts in there from the back side. This one over here is from the back side. Those two are from the back side. Okay, so yeah, you got to use a mirror. And what I use for wrenches, when the bolts are sticking out quite a ways, you can use this ratchet wrench, which is a 5/16 wrench. You can turn it either way. You just have to have it in the right direction. And then once it gets down there, you have to get this on there because it's recessed in there a little bit, so the other one won't work. But this will tighten them up, all of them. Okay. And you go from this side, but put your arm up in through this side, and you can hold the back side of the, you know, put pressure on the back side of this with your finger. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. We're going to hook it up here and get everything out of the way before I put the cover on. Get the light out of the inside there and test it out. Hey, continuing on, I went back and got a new motor for the left-hand driver's door. So I got the new part. Got it greased up, ready to put on. Got the old part off. And it's interesting. The other box didn't come with this, but this one did. And skill level 3/4. So one more quarter and I'd be a pro. How about that? And replacement time 2 hours. Well, it takes me about an hour or less. Anyway, common symptoms of a failing window lift motor. Inoperable. Okay, intermittent or erratic operation. Well, that pretty much was the start of it. Inoperable is more lately. Reduced torque or speed, yeah, that would, or your battery's low like mine. I have 2 batteries on this truck. So if you have a truck sitting around for quite a while and not using it, get a trickle charger and put it on it to keep your batteries in good shape. Also, get yourself a bottle of distilled water and keep your battery level up where it's supposed to be. Yep. And then binding or frozen. Okay, so those are the common symptoms. All right. And one more quarter and I'd be a pro. So maybe I'm a pro based on I can do this in 1 hour rather than 2 hours. Maybe that'll get that meter up to pro. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this in. All right, let's test the windows. Okay, driver's side. Good. Success! It works. So that's it for the electric window repair on the Chevy Silverado truck. So if you like the video, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell, and give me a like. Thanks.